I just think that when a young man goes 4 or 5 years, 4 years at a university and they graduate and they want to transfer to another school, it'd be kind of cool that they can. I know what the NCAA rules stated differently, but that's all right. But I think that we had Amba come in last year. I think he had, 38, 40 catches overall at Maryland, and he comes to our place and he almost catches 100 in less than a year and makes a third-team All-American. I think that was Maryland didn't think he was that good, and we thought he was that good. I think it worked out good for Maryland. They got another scholarship to give it to somebody who they thought was better, and I thought it was good for Syracuse that we got an opportunity to have Amba play for us for 6 months. So I think those things, if everybody uses common sense and just try to do the right thing, I think that thing can work out for the better part of college football and not get caught up on the selfish parts of it. You know what I mean?
In your philosophy, how do you kind of say, okay, how do you kind of juggle, okay, let's go this part of the recruiting class to the high school kids versus let's try to, I want in this spot, I may want to bring a grad transfer, and then you want a bunch of junior college guys to start out as well.
Well, first of all, you always start with the high school. You would love for your program to be a complete high school program. If you can't go completely with high school, or you miss at a certain position with high schools, that's when you go to the junior college because you had some misses. And the graduate thing is normally, that has to be a fit, and those guys normally have to want to come play for you. I mean, they can go play anywhere they want. So unless you have a scheme or a girlfriend that's going to the university, there's got to be a niche to get them to go there. And you don't bank on that so much because it's not something you can sink your teeth in. You need to build your program off of high school recruiting and junior college recruiting when you miss.
It took Arizona to 12 wins in '98 as the offensive coordinator, and then 15 years you were still developing your philosophy. What did you learn in those 15 years, and why did it take 15 years for you to finally get a position as head coach?
I don't know why it took 15 years. I think that everything happens for a reason. So I think that 15-year break was a reason. But I do believe during that time that it enabled me to be around a lot of other coaches in that 15 years. I got a chance to go to the University of Pittsburgh with Walt Harris. I got an opportunity to work with Carl Durrell at UCLA. I got an opportunity to work with Art Ross. When you're working with those different styles of coaches and you start banking that on top of your age changing, you're going from a 30-year young bull that thinks you can knock down the wall just by running through it to somebody that realizes, hey, you don't have to go through the wall sometimes. You can walk around the damn wall, put some water on it, the damn mortar will just dissolve, the bricks will just fall over. You let water work its magic long enough. So I think with that knowledge, it's helped me to be a more stable, a more flatline type of coach. Not that I don't have excitement, I don't get excited about certain things, but I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. I'm not going to sweat the little things.
And both of you guys said that your consistency was kind of the difference between you and their previous coaches. Where the highs, like the Virginia Tech win, they were consistent, and the lows, they were also, kind of the same message. Do you try to incorporate your messages, kind of keep the same even keel?
I played for a Hall of Fame coach by the name of Dick Toney. One of the things that he always said was, I want my players to be consistently good, not occasionally great. And it's something that I've really attached myself to. I want to be consistent. If you're consistent, you're going to be good. If you're good, you're going to always be around, whether you're a football coach, a doctor, a reporter, photographer. Okay? If you're good, you'll always have a job. It's when you're occasionally great that you're going to have the ups and downs in life and whatever your career is. So we're trying to look for consistently good and not occasionally good.
Coach, you obviously saw Virginia Tech last year, but just your impressions of Fuente and the first year he's had there. Do you have a relationship with him, and what are your impressions of the job that he's done so far?
First of all, I think Justin's a heck of a coach. Our relationship goes past that game that we were fortunate enough to win last year. We played him the year before when I was at Bowling Green and he was at Memphis, and they beat us 44-41. And the first two things I said to him is, congratulations on the Virginia Tech job, and I'm never going to forget you. And I think we have a healthy business relationship with each other. I think he's a heck of a football coach. I think VT's got a fantastic leader now that's going to lead them into great things in the future. And I expect and I want nothing but the best for
Obviously, there were different circumstances with your job at Syracuse and his job at Tech, but do you see any similarities between the kind of rebuilds that you guys have had to do, albeit different rebuilds?
I think it's a little bit different. I think he's got more guys to work with, and that's not to try to put pressure on him or anything like that. He has his state has more recruits in it than our state does. So I think from those standpoints, it makes his job a little bit easier. I think his expectations are a heck of a lot higher, which puts more stress on him maybe in his rebuild than I'm doing here at Syracuse. But make no bones about it, we want to win the way everyone else wins in this conference, and we're doing everything we can to have a football team that can compete with the top part of this conference.
For the record, I like your shoes, but
Mahalo.
they look very comfortable. All right.
I'm telling you, I didn't know the name of it. Some guy asked me to take the shoe off, and I didn't even know the name of it. It's like Zero something. I never heard of it. I just know I wanted those shoes. I saw them, took a picture of them, and I got them, and they feel doggone good on my feet. I'd recommend them.
Can you talk about winning at the Dome? I know that was a big thing when you came in, and only twice last year. What has to change there?
You know, I think that we had the big win at the Dome, and the fans stormed the field. And I can still remember the students saying that was the first time that they've stormed the field since they've been on campus, and they were like seniors. And after the speech and all that stuff, I went around and thanked all the ushers in the stadium. You guys think I'm serious? For allowing the students on the field so they could have that experience. And I don't know what the rules are. The chancellor may be getting mad at me now. I probably should stop talking. But to be a college student and have an opportunity to just step on that field and celebrate with your classmates, you know, at Syracuse University after something like that, they'll remember that for the rest of their lives. And as far as I'm concerned, that's what college football is all about. And that's our little niche over all the other sports, is that college football is pure. The energy, the love, the passion for the game. It's not NFL, it's not professional, it's real.